The past 1 week, we have been seeing footage, videos, pictures of devastating floods in Samereboi in the western region. Floods so serious, it has submerged a whole town. When you look at the main road connecting Samereboi to Inchi, and you look at the bridge, which was one very, very high on the Tano River, and you look at how floods have taken over side by side of the road, it tells you that there is really something wrong. These floods have not been seen for years, according to residents of the town. But this did not come without warning. Some of us have been sounding this warning since 2021. From late 2020 through 2021 through to 2024, Samereboi and its environs witnessed large-scale illegal mining, which went on for years. If you look at towns like Ohiampenika, and you look at towns like Datano, Insuachiri, Aboifie, and you see how illegal miners were able to redirect the path of the Tano River and use the immediate environs of the buffer of the Tano River for illegal small-scale mining. It tells you that these water bodies are just venting their spleen today, but they gave the warning signs way back, about 4 years from now. This place is called Atala. It's very close to Samereboi. We drove about 40 kilometers to get deep into the forest here. This is the Tano River, and I don't need to tell you, 2020, 2021, 2022, we saw an influx of both Chinese and our own citizens who were mining some inside the Tano River itself. If you remember in 2022, when we did the documentary Distraction for Gold, we pointed to how people, illegal miners, have redirected the course of the Tano River. In some instances, they were mining within the water itself. Some have redirected the course of the river and they were mining alongside it. When you go to Ohiampenika, you could see some of these things. How the Tano River has been redirected and exposed to illegal mining activities. That was a recipe for disaster, the disaster that we are seeing today. When you go to Datano, similar instances. When you go to the Samereboi town itself, just after the bridge, and you see how mining companies like Akonta Mining and others have redirected the course of the Tano River, how some of them were leaking mining residue into the river itself. We served the warning back then that this could lead climate consequences. And that is what we are seeing today. I remember very well in 2024 when the people of Insuachiri, just close to Samereboi, demonstrated that they will not allow an individual to do illegal mining within their town because they fear that when it rains consistently, there will be flooding. The flooding that we are seeing today. Pipe, you pipe, ma, you call a boy, and you present you. A woman should provide 3 days of what I did. If I sit down on that say, it's a young show. After the China for by idea, on the moment who was a book for you, Juma, I want a can say. Canonano, no, and should injury. They never tree, even the Aquada. Yes, you need one for all, baby. I might be a boy. Let's say I buy a nearby Biawa, however, Samates at the Roma, and a boy on my ensure, I may get it. It's yes, young manners, you can say. A China Fano, I'm a circle, no one for 10 crew. It's your hand into the Moses, and you best some down, and I said, man, we best stop one. Authorities did not back these people to drive the illegal miners away. In all these instances, we see authorities sitting idle and watching whilst people redirect the sources of great rivers like that, close to homes like Samereboi. We have watched on and on for people to redirect the courses of great rivers, knowing very well that the consequences could be dire. Today, we are witnessing climate consequences coming out of years of illegal mining, years of nature crimes, which authorities fail to solve.
It's very unfortunate. For the first time we are seeing this in many years. I think since 1968, that is where we saw the first flooding. That was across the whole country. But this one is for the first time in many, many years.
What will you say has caused this?
I will contribute a lot. Though it's a natural disaster, but a lot that I'm seeing in Samereboi depends on the Galamsey inside. Reasons are that all the banks have been washed away. The Galamsey has moved everything out. So what is happening now is that it has getting an overflow. So that has caused a lot of damages in the area. And it will take a long time because the inflows are many.
What are some of the places that these floods have been affected?
Pasem, Aboifi, Poporozo, Asoro Down, and many places. I tell you, it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate situation.
What are the residents doing now? And what is NADMO people also saying?
Oh, NADMO are doing their best. But you know, natural disaster like flooding, I don't think you can control. Though they are giving them support, especially like food, mattresses and other things. But when it comes to the natural disaster itself, which is the rain, I don't think they can do anything better. Because there is no way that you can.
In the past years, we've also seen some level of illegal mining along the airstrip. Some Chinese miners took over the fringes of the Tano River, mining and creating pits and gullies along the banks of the Samre and the Tano rivers. My sources tell me that part of the causes of the current flooding comes from one of such illegal mining escapades deep within the forest enclave, where they blocked the Samre River and blocked portions of the Tano River. And so when it rained heavily, what used to be the normal path of these two rivers has been blocked. And now the overflow is coming to town. We have served this warning for years. We have consistently reported on mining along the banks of the Tano River. If you look at these old footages, starting from 2021, if you look at these footages of mining back then, before we realized this flooding, you could see the level of pollution, the level of degradation along the banks of these two rivers. You can see the mining along the Tano River from Uhiampenika through to the Atano, through to Aboifie, and then all along the banks of the Tano River, along the airstrip and beyond, in Suachiri and other communities. Today, the entire Aboifie is flooded. The entire Suachiri is submerged. People are lodging in schools, school buildings and others. This is the consequence of neglect. This is the consequence of authorities failing to heed to warnings about illegal mining along major rivers of our country. This should serve as a warning to anybody who is listening. There are countless communities across the country where illegal mining is being allowed along the various water bodies. Illegal mining is being allowed for people to redirect streams and rivers. When you go to Awudia, the entire Ankobra along that stretch is blocked totally for mining purposes. Previous governments sat aloof and watched their own citizens create problems that has caused a whole town to be submerged and facing difficulties. So I must say that Yaswadi, and Penifo Krum has swording, Timamufonos was swording. And I'm just hoping that we will learn lessons, valuable lessons from this. When the waters recede, are we going to go back to the same illegal mining along the water courses as we are seeing it? Today, when you go to the source of the Tano River or the Samre River, inside the Tano Anua Forest Reserve, the Tano Nimre Forest Reserve, look at the way we have allowed illegal miners to dig everywhere, redirecting the courses of rivers, using it to mine. We have allowed foreigners, the Chinese, and if you look at the footage that we have, the number of Chinese nationals that we allow to mine along the Tano River, and in some cases the Samre River. Talk less about the pollution, but talk about how we allow, in the name of making money, we allow people to redirect the course of a major river like that just for gold. And when we do reports about it and we want authorities to act, there is that lackadaisical attitude. And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing today. Aswading.